All right, we can
Oh yeah,
transition. I'm
Steph
tired of
coming to
talking about this
smack
team.
that ass.
I'm tired of talking about this team. All right, we're gonna talk about this GM coaches survey that ESPN did. They asked them a bunch of like preseason questions for like predictions, futuristic type stuff. So we'll get into. I'll give you guys the results and we can discuss it, see what you guys think. The first question they asked was who is the best player in the NBA right now, and obviously Giannis ran away with that one. He got 11 votes. Other players receiving votes, you got Curry who had three, and LeBron who had one. You guys mostly agree with that. Anyone else deserve to be in the conversation and whatnot?
Nope.
No.
You guys good with that? All right, bet. Perfect. Um, the second question was who will be the best player in the NBA in 5 years? And this is another one that Giannis took. This one was much closer. Giannis had 7 votes. Luca had 6, so he was right there. And then they threw some love to Jason Tatum. He got 2 votes. So I agree with
Ball knowers.
I agree
Five
with
years.
Ball
I
knowers.
think having those two top two and then like sprinkling some Tatum love, I think that's like perfect because I
Yeah,
think
that's
those
good.
three have the highest chance, but I would obviously give it to Luka and
Ball
Giannis a little
knowers.
higher of a chance than Tatum.
Tatum being the best player in 5 years. I feel like would be a little bit wild, but it could
All
happen.
right, buddy.
It could
Nobody
happen.
cares. Nobody cares, man. The GM spoke for themselves, and they know
Yeah,
more
he
basketball
was
than you and I.
third.
I'm just
He was
saying. I'm
third. He
just
was
saying.
third.
The
You still
GM spoke for themselves, and keep in mind, someone's a GM for the Lakers, and you see what they do. So maybe not every GM's word should be that
That is true.
meaningful.
Oh
That
man.
is true.
The next one was who will be MVP this season. And I think these guys like Giannis a little bit. I mean, Giannis won this one again with 5 votes. Luca got 4. Joel Embiid got 4. Curry got 1, and then John Morant got 1. No
I,
vote for Jokic. I mean, he won back to back. They're done with that one. Those
I feel like
back-to-back-
voter
He's not
fatigue's got
winning
to
it a
kick
third
in.
time.
There's no
voter
way he gets
fatigue.
3.
I mean, I wouldn't have voted for Giannis on
He's
this
already got
one.
2 also.
I would have actually voted for Embiid because he's got the narrative of top three twice in a row.
Yeah.
And then the Sixers should be really good. I think they'll be better than last year. And I'm sure Embiid will average, nearly 30, if not 30, double-digit rebounds. So I think I would have to, this early, I would give it to Embiid, I
I'd go
think.
Joel too.
That's a good pick. I feel like if the Mavericks are even relevant in terms of the top of the standings, Luca could definitely. I could see him winning it. But I just think the Mavs are going to be too mid. To do.
Yeah, and I think the voters also know that Luca has time. So I doubt they throw him an MVP if they're like a 6 seed, even if he's averaging
Yeah.
ridiculous Luca numbers. I just don't see him getting it that early.
What are your guys' thoughts on John Morant being on the list?
I
I
don't
don't think
like
I
it.
don't think Memphis is gonna be that high.
I don't like it, but the Grizzlies GM must be on here if I had to guess.
Bro, if you're giving a vote to John Morant, give that vote to Trey Young, in my opinion. Hey, man.
Preach,
Nah,
preach, preach.
nah.
Um,
John Nor Trey deserves an MVP vote next year. I think Giannis has a chance though. It just we'll just see higher seed, and then that's probably who's gonna have the narrative. Whoever's cooking to start the
I didn't
season,
see
and
Tatum
whoever
on this
finishes
one.
like first or second seed.
The
That's
GM
why he
spoke.
doesn't
I
need
mean,
MVP. He doesn't need MVP. He
okay.
needs Finals MVP. We have bigger goals than that, little brother.
Oh my god.
Goals, dreams. Yeah. The next one is who will be the best rookie in 5 years, and this actually was a tie between Paolo and Chet. They both got 6 points. Jaden Ivey with 2, and then Keegan Murray got a vote as well. I was surprised. Jabari Smith Jr. no votes. What do you guys think of this?
I thought it was funny seeing Keegan Murray on here. I feel like that's a dead giveaway. The Kings GM had to be in on this because he's like a 23-year-old rookie, and they're voting him to be the best in 5 years. I don't see it, but I would have voted for Chet if I had to vote.
Me too. Yeah.
I'd probably go Paulo. It's really close. And if the injury plays any role, because I don't know how serious it is. I know it's not because of his weight. That's what the scientists said and shit. But still, an injury could set him back a bit.
I do want to bring this up. The Chet, like I see these comments. These people on Instagram just think they're geniuses. They go in the comments of him getting injured.
They're
It's
running
like,
victory laps already.
they should have listened. He should have put on weight. Why didn't he listen? It's like people have zero idea how the human body works. Like I guarantee
Yeah.
you, Chet is eating like crazy and hitting the gym every day. Some guys just take time to fill out. Like if y'all remember, rookie year Anthony Davis was tiny. Like he was super slim, and now AD is very built. So I mean, like
Giannis was skinny too.
Giannis was tiny, and like, sure, whatever. Have your victory laps of Chet being out for the year because you hate him for being super thin. But like, give it a few years. He's gonna bulk up over time. It might take a couple seasons, but he's gonna bulk up. And I think that the skill is ridiculous. So I don't see. I mean, I don't know. It's just such a severe overreaction that he's skinny as what, a 19-year-old, as a 20-year-old. Like, a lot of the male population is that thin at 20, 19 years old.
They hate him for being skinny, confident, and successful. Like I don't get it. Like where's the problem? Where's the issue? But hey,
I mean, like the thing is that people were mad about him saying he's going to be the best player in the season or whatever. It's like, I mean, I get, yeah, he maybe should have said Steph or something, but as a fierce competitor, it's probably hard to say anybody other than yourself because you don't want to give these guys anything. You want to go out there and compete against them.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're gonna get mad at somebody for picking them in an aspect of the game. Like I don't.
Yeah, like it's not a big deal.
It is what it is.
I also feel like Anthony Edwards could answer the same way, and everyone would be like, "He's
Yeah,
so confident."
Exactly.
It just depends on the player and what their narrative
Depends
is.
on who says it.
Ant would say the same thing, and they would love it. They would eat it up. I love this kid's confidence.
Got that dog in him.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro. I was saying, have y'all seen Paulo and them summer workouts? He's gonna be a dog.
Oh
He's
yeah.
definitely
no,
one of
Yeah, I
those.
love Paolo. I think
He's definitely winning that. He has that dog in him.
Really.
Bro, DeJounte Murray is nice too, though. Let's not act like
He
DeJounte
is.
is not a baller. Like the
He
way
is.
people were getting so mad at him, bro, for how he was. I mean, it is kind of obnoxious to throw a ball off of somebody. There's one clip where he just like threw the ball
This
off.
is a random dude too, in some fucking pickup game.
But come on, man. He's
He's Timothy.
Nobody doubts that DeJounte's a hooper, but my thing was he tells Paolo to be humble after he's out there throwing the ball
That's
off this
true.
9-to-5 worker's head. It's kind of like that's a
That's
little
not the
that's a
best.
little corny, you asshole. But I mean,
I mean, I like that he was bouncing the ball if that makes sense. It's just my only thing was I think he was probably talking shit, and then Paulo was probably talking shit back, and then DeJounte got sensitive. That's where I'm like, all right,
yeah,
bro,
that's my
you shouldn't have
problem
got
with it.
sensitive. If you go talk shit, you just everything gotta fly. You can't get sensitive.
I love it though. I love that disrespectful Atlanta Hawks backcourt, man. Trey's gonna be putting it through your legs. DeJounte is gonna be throwing it off your head and your back. It's gonna be great.
I love both of those players. I
Stick
love
to
both of the-
basketball terminology, bro.
I love both of those players, but if I have to watch them two beat up on the Cavs in the play-in like Trey Young did last season
It's
again, I
coming.
might go to
It's
Atlanta
coming.
myself. I mean, I'm gonna be
It's
that shit
coming.
was so hard to watch.
Hey,
It's coming.
Atlanta, and man, we done with the play-in, man. We're not, no, 6 seed, top 6 seed, man. Come on.
Eyes
I hope so.
again.
All right, next one said, which team will Kevin Durant be on the day after the trade deadline? And the Nets got most of the votes, as they should, 13.
Who else got votes?
One vote for the Phoenix Suns. There was one vote for the Boston Celtics. So
That must
So
have been
Brad
John.
Stevens and
No
Don
chance
hopped on
he's
the
a
survey.
Celtic. No chance he's a Celtic.
And then the same one was said for Donovan Mitchell. Which team will Mitchell be on the day after the trade deadline? But this was weird. 14 votes said the New York Knicks. So
not weird.
yeah, it looks like it's already a done deal, basically, than what they're saying. And only
That's
one
the
vote
GMs too.
for Jazz. So they definitely know something that we may not.
What's funny is the report that came out that like the Jazz saying they were confident they could get they could get a better deal from someone else, and then all the other GMs are just like, that's bullshit.
Nah, just go to the Knicks.
Half the league says he's going to New York.
That's crazy. The next one, which team had the best offseason? All right, we got to endure this. The Celtics got the most votes for getting Brogdon and who the hell's Gallinari? Okay, I guess. 2 votes for the Sixers, 2 votes for the Jazz, and then a couple votes sprinkled in for the Hawks, Clippers, Knicks, Kings, and Wizards. They each got one vote. I personally think the Hawks won the offseason, but hey, that's just me. What do y'all think?
The Wizards got a vote?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I mean, they got a new point guard. They got
They drafted Johnny Davis. That was a good pick.
Yeah. But best offseason is kind of wild. I guess paying Bradley Beal? I don't know.
That's not a positive.
I mean, it's kind of hard to determine a best offseason. I'd probably go Boston just because they gave up close to nothing and improved depth-wise big time,
that was a good trade.
Which looked much needed in the playoffs. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like anyone really ran away with the offseason. I feel like Boston, Philadelphia, and Atlanta would be my top three, though.
Yeah, Philly got Melton and PJ Tucker. They get anyone else?
Oh, yeah, the Sixers.
And they got a pay cut from James Harden, that's a positive in my opinion.
What are your guys' thoughts, especially the Gobert stands? I didn't see any votes for the Timberwolves on here for best offseason. Dang. That's interesting. All right, no, I'm kidding. Moving on, we got which team had the worst offseason? Now, this one's interesting. We got 6 votes for Dallas, 3 votes for Charlotte, 2 for Brooklyn, and then we had a couple votes sprinkled in for Nuggets, Lakers, Timberwolves, and Trailblazers. For me, I think it's definitely the Lakers right now.
If the Lakers don't move Russ, it's probably the Lakers. I think Charlotte's. I mean, you can't really control what Miles Bridges does, but that's pretty unfortunate. And I don't think they did shit else either.
I don't get why the Blazers were on this one, but also I think Mavericks taking it was kind of fitting. They lost Brunson for nothing, and then I do not like Christian Wood at all.
You know what? I like him. I like him and his fit with Luka, to be honest.
I mean, we'll see. I don't expect him, or I'm not praying on him to do bad or nothing. I just don't think he's going to be that great.
Yeah. It depends, though, too. I mean, they could still potentially try to snag Colin Sexton from y'all. I mean,
please don't.
No.
Mavs are on the agenda, though, so that'd be like the best team outside of Cleveland.
All right. I mean, we can, because there's like a minute left. We can stop. There's only literally one more question, and then we can do the game. I mean,
what's the last question? Run through real fast.
The last one: who wins the East and West Finals? For the East, it was the Bucks and the Celtics, both getting 7 votes, and the Heat getting 1. And then for the West, Clippers with 8, Suns with 3, Warriors with 3, Nuggets with 1. And then the champs, they got the Clippers as the favorites to win the championship. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I like Clippers, Bucks, and Celtics, but I'm surprised the reigning champs only got 3 votes to win the West.
Yeah. Thanks.
I don't think did Philly not get a East vote?
Let's see.
I go Philly before I go Miami, but that's just one GM's opinion, so you can't really.
Yeah. Winners work, baby. Winners work, baby. That was the angle, man.